Okay, so let me see if that changed. It looks a little bit different than before, right? Like they changed the website a little bit up here at the top, but that's no problem. We can do that too. Let me see. Oh, okay, we were on this part. They don't want to merge. Okay. All right. So this is where we left off last week. So let's add right now. After we did the card and everything. So that's what the main part of their website is made up of. So we need to add the search bar and the footer and all those links that they had there as well. So let's take a look at that. All right. So they have here a little menu, and let's see. And then when we make it smaller, it doesn't change either. We can add. We'll add another one on our own. Okay. Yeah, they changed the website a little bit. But yeah, now it doesn't include that little hamburger button for the menu. Instead, they just made this smaller here. So you only have four options: car finder, trade, financing, search cars, the logo and a few other things. So let's start first with this blue area. And let me see. I don't know if it's just looks like it's the same thing. All right, we'll put whatever we like in there. There's a few links in there. And okay, so that takes you to a different website.
Wait, so does this require like some JavaScript?
It might, but
Because
right now
like,
it doesn't
especially
really.
since when you're searching up something, like it requires a JavaScript for it to like search up what it needs.
Oh yeah, like some already come made. Like you just need to like use it, but we'll make it from scratch. But yeah, we can do like we'll make like an array or a list of cars like on our own, but it'll be like the same concept like when you have a database. You just gotta like connect it and then use whatever you like whatever the database is, and then just make your own code to like search however you want it, or um, certain not websites, hosting sites like GoDaddy. They have a lot of plugins already, so all you need to do is like add it, and then you style it however you want, and then it like you just like connect it. So but like if you don't know the code or you don't know how to use it, then you're just gonna mess it up and it's not gonna look good. So yeah, so we'll just make it from scratch and we'll do our own like imaginary list, or we just put a lot of names in there or a few pictures. Yeah. All right. So let's start. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 divs. No, just 3 divs. Yeah. So the blue part, and then the part with the logo here, and then that little area under it, which contains the search bar, and then this buttons, this button options right here. Oh yeah, we can do this too. This is a good idea. Let's see. Okay. All right, so let's get started then. All right, let me close this. Okay, so we have to go to our header div. That's where we're gonna put all those 3. So we can just do the logo one, and I don't know what to call this one, but I just put maybe I'll name them by numbers. So we'll have 3 divs here. Okay. This one we can just call it first line. I like to go header first line just so that is easier. to reference. Okay, header first. Oh, I cannot write today. First line. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing for the other two, second and third, so on. All right. Okay, so the first one only has 2 links, 3 links, or not much there. And then the second one, we have the logo and a few other links. And then they have a CRM system. So that's a customer relations management system. So like you make your own account and you go in there, but we're gonna leave that for later. That's also a lot of hosting websites. They have that already too. Like you just plug it in and then it gives you a database, which like already has all the tools that you need to allow people to make their own accounts and keep track of whatever they're buying or their shopping cart, shopping list, and so on. Okay, so let me see. Okay. All right, so let's start with those 3 links. Let me use I use a B tag for those first. So the first one is how it works.
Yeah. I have a few questions though. So like when I'm analyzing the tags for divs, how come there's like multiple IDs of the same thing called card?
For what?
There's a div ID for card for like multiple ones for like
Where?
for the header. No, yeah, for the header.
For the header?
No, not for the header. I mean for the card.
This one?
Yeah, there's like multiple of them of the same name
Where?
of a div ID for card for like every certain. So do you see div ID card and then class card? Like how come there's an ID of the same name for like multiple of them?
Like this one you mean right here?
Yeah, there's like the same ID name for it for like multiple of the card.
Oh, got it. Yeah, you don't actually need it for here. That just happened like when I copied it. 'Cause
Oh,
yeah, you're right. Like but I have the
because like
class though. Yeah,
it feels like yeah, I was just checking because like it
yeah,
feels like that it feels like you only need class and that's it for
yeah. I guess I just forgot to take it out. But yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Let me see. One, see,
well,
cars.
also, does that also like
Okay, so you see,
take up storage? I mean, does it also like take up like space when it comes to like compiling it and whatnot?
not really. You only got like what, like a few of them. But yeah, you can take it out definitely to make to achieve like better readability. But yeah, see, like right here, I have it there. I guess I was just like showing, but see here, I didn't use it because that would just target one element, and obviously, we have a lot of cards. So I use the class. See here, the period. So that yeah, I didn't even use it. I guess I just put it there um, just in case I needed it while I was like trying to mark do the markings like to do the space. But yeah, we can definitely take that out, and I won't affect the code at all. So we got one more. There you go, all gone. Yeah, if you highlight something and then you press Control D and VS Code, then you can multiply your cursor, and then you can write at the same time. If you have like something, um, a lot of things that need change, or you want to delete all the stuff at the same time. All right. So what were we before? Okay. Okay, so they have this 3 here. So when you click it, nothing happens. So we don't need to include a link for these. What we can do is now we have to make a different div for this little box here, and then these are these will have uh, a link that takes you somewhere when you click on it. So that part is really easy. So we can do a list. Let me see. Man, we can also make a div for it. So the first, right on there, how it works. So we know that it's that it belongs to this. So we can just say div. Sorry, I'm in caps lock. All right. Drop down. Let me see. Oh, we only have one of that, and they all look the same. Oh, they all look the same then. Oh yeah, it'll be easier just to make them all separate. All right, so it's drop down for how it works. So, okay, and then this could be hidden, and then when you hover on it, then it shows up again, unless you choose whatever you need from here. And the same thing for these two. The support and content doesn't have they don't need to hover on it, so we don't need to add that on the third one. So about support and content. Okay, so now we have our 3 little divs. Okay, so now in here we can make a list, so an order list. So the first thing we do is we're gonna use a list tag. That's just like that. And then, no, sorry. So an order list goes first. So this goes first. So we have an on order list. And then in between that on order list tag, we're gonna put our element. So each element has a list tag. So just like this, li, and then you make multiple of these. In this case, we have 4, so we need 4. And then we have buying, selling, certified cards, and referrals.
Yeah, I think I realized right now that maybe I think we do need the ID card for that.
Let's see. So we said here for the image, that was the only part, but we can do the same thing here. See? Now it's fixed. So yeah, whenever you use it, just like look at it. So now it's looking into each. So that might be like a little more of computation, because now it's like looking into each card. Like, all right, so before I was saying, okay, every picture inside of that, so all at once. Now it's saying, okay, so every picture inside each card. So it's gonna go in here first. Okay, fix this one. Then okay, fix this one, and then it's gonna go on each of them. And before I was just doing it all at once. But we don't have a lot in here, so it shouldn't matter for now. Okay, so yeah, right now it's looking like this. So we need to style it so that it looks like the one on the website. So let's see here. All right, so we have header, first line, and we're gonna go ahead and let me see the P. Okay. All right, I guess we can use the P selector, the generic one, to make those show up like flush, like to the side. And then, yeah, the div, we just make it disappear, and then display a block so that the little dots disappear in the back. And then we have to anchor them too. Let me see. Okay, and then in here we'll put the link for it to take us wherever we need. Let's see here, this changed. Already, it's clickable. Like you can go somewhere. You use this hashtag when you don't have the link yet, so you just put it there, just like as a space, just like as a template, I guess. Okay, so all right, so let's make the line. Okay. That was an idea, right? Okay. Okay, so it looks about 100 pixels of height, and then it stretches um, across the window. No matter, okay, it has a certain size. All right, we could say we could set this up around 40, maybe 1400. That'll be a good size. Okay, so they have one main div that's holding everything. That's why you see some space here in the background. So this div in the middle is holding all those three divs that I made before. So we can do that really easy. Just go back to the HTML and right on top of header, we put the opening div tag. And let's see, we can name it like main container. Or do I have that already? No. Okay. And then we go all the way to the end. That's on the footer. So, okay. And then we cannot forget about our comment. So main container. Okay. All right, now we'll be able to give everything as a specific size all at once. I'm saving the wrong thing. Okay. You can do that right at the top too. Main body. No, that goes under it. right, so let's say the width is 1400 pixels. And I want to see what it looks like, so I'm gonna give it a slightly different color than the background. So the background color, let's make it light gray. Okay, so there we go, like that. All right, so theirs seems to be a little bit bigger, maybe like 1600, and then it's centered. So what we need to do is display the actual body. So this one has no selector because it's not an ID or a class, just a generic body selector. And we can do the same thing we did before. Display flex. And then justify content center for the horizontal part, and then for the vertical part, align items. Okay, so that's gonna put it right in the middle, no matter how the user scrolls up and down the screen.
Can it also be used like margin left and right auto as well?
Yeah, but this is more. This will just like catch whatever like they're doing. But yeah, you can definitely do it like that too. Let's see here. Let's comment this out. Margin auto. So that's gonna get all four sides when you just put one value in there and the margin. And there we go. Oh, sorry. No, that didn't work. Let's see. Oh yeah, put it in the wrong place. So we wanna put the margin in the main container because we want the main container to have a margin of auto. So that's the difference between those two. Yeah, it does the same thing too. But depending on like if there's, I guess in this scenario, there's not a lot of difference. But let's say there's like um, other elements floating around or something, then they're gonna like fight with each other, and then it's gonna look funny, as opposed to like with the flex box. You're just gonna put that wherever it belongs, and then something else is gonna put it on top, and it's not gonna, it's not gonna look like disproportionate. All right, we'll leave that for now. Okay. So for the first line, I guess the width is gonna be 100%. You know, you got an extra curly brace here. Okay. What did I say? Width, yeah. Height. Wait, let me fix this width. I'll say max width. Yeah, height. Just 100 pixels will be okay, I guess. All right, and now we need a background color. It's like this blue. Maybe a little bit thinner. Maybe 80. Oh, a little 60. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, and now we need to flush the p tags. So we can say here, display flex. See why I recommend Flexbox. That applies to everything, and it's one straight path. Whenever you need it, works and in almost any situation, and it's easy to use. Once you learn it. So Okay. So, okay, so it's already displaying the way we want it. Let's send it down. So we're gonna say justify content. It's gonna be flex end. Okay. All right. So that works. It's a little bit too near the edge. So let's fix the color too. Okay. So, okay. And then we added a wrap here in the body so that we have full access to the main container which holds everything else. So see the difference here if I take this out. Let's see. All right, see, so we always can see the whole thing um, in here. Okay, so let's fix that menu that's supposed to come out of how it works. So it looks like there's an error here. Okay, it's missing it's missing a sign, more than sign. We only have three. Just one. Oh, there's one more. It's not showing up. All right. So
Yeah, for some reason, when I put header first line, despite having the same name, it doesn't work when it comes to like having the color.
um, do you give it an ID or a class?
I did an ID.
Okay. Um, do you use the hashtag to as a selector in the CSS?
Yes.
Okay. And they're spelled correctly on both sides.
Yeah, header and then put a dash and first line, right?
Yeah.
Because for some
And
reason, yeah, mine doesn't work here.
um, you can send me a screenshot on Discord, and I'll see if there's a little bit of an error or something.
Like for index, right?
For what?
For index?
Yeah, for yeah, and then also on the CSS. Let me see how you're referencing it. Yeah, sometimes there's like a letter or something, and it doesn't let it work for some reason.
All right, I'm just gonna send you it right now later.
Hmm.
Luckily, I have it printed out. I'm just gonna zoom in on it.
Okay, no problem. All right, so let's work on the drop down now. Let me know when you send it. Okay. Okay. Drop down HIW. Okay, that's correct. All right. Do this same thing. Okay. So what we're gonna do is when we hover how it works, then this is gonna show up, and then um, it's gonna stay hidden. Otherwise, all the way back. All right, give me 1 second. Let me take a look at your code. Okay, so you see on line 16, your div tag, the ending div tag of the first line. It's not including all of the UL. So you need to move the closing div tag uh, under line 24. So on line 24, you click enter and then go down, and that's where you're gonna put the closing div tag on line 16, and then it's gonna work. Also on your CSS, you put header dash first line. It should be just the way that you have it on line 16, which is just first line without the header. If you want to do it, like if you want to reference it, then you would do header and then space first line or div, but that's just gonna catch all of them. So in this case, you want to say only first line. So you're gonna do hashtag first line. Or you can just add on line 16, add header dash in front of first line, and that'll work also. All right, let me know when you finish if it worked. All right, so right now, yeah, so we're gonna say the index. We're gonna send it all the way back. And the opacity too is gonna be 0. All right, and then let's see. Okay, this one is
Yeah,
gonna
now I
be
just created more problems.
what did
Because
I
right
do?
here, it basically explained like, hold on, I'll show you again.
Okay, what did you do? Did you add header dash in front of first line, or what did you do?
I'm sending it right now on. I'm sending it to you right now. Because for some reason it's not working.
Okay,
Because it just made more it just like pushed all the way to the left for
okay,
the index.
okay.
Which was much easier to
It might be easier. You want to share your screen? Then I'll let you know. Then we can squash that real
Alright,
quick.
I got it. Let me put
Got
it
it?
and set it in.
So what was the problem again?
Oh, wait, hold on. So the problem right here is that like, um, it's something like this. Hold on. I'll just print another one. Wait,
Yeah,
no, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna screen it.
just share your screen real. For
It
a quick
looked like
second.
this.
All right, you can do it.
It
Okay.
looked like that for some reason.
Oh, okay. Go back to the main code. Can you
Yeah.
put them side to side like the VS Code and the browser?
Wait, what?
Instead of sharing just the browser, share like the screen, and then I
Okay,
can.
hold
Yeah.
on. Our new share. Share the entire screen.
Yeah. There you go. And then put them side to side.
Like this?
Yeah, that work. All right. All right. So okay.
This is very strange.
Well, the div tag is still there on line 18. Take that one out. Yeah. All right, and then refresh it. Just save it. There you go.
For some reason, yeah, that was the most minor mistake ever. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's what I keep
Because
telling you guys. Just a little letter, yeah, could do all of that.
yeah, because like for some reason though, what comes what? Oh, also like right here for part, it's there. It's intended to be like that, right? because we're eventually gonna turn that into like a way to drop down.
Yeah, yeah, doesn't matter for now. For now, we're just like playing around with it.
Okay.
But yeah, it will look like the one on the website. Don't worry.
All right.
All right. Okay. All right. So we're back to it. All right. So what I did here, I set to send that square all the way back and make it invisible, and I gave it a color white for now. I guess let me do it right now so you guys can see. We can display it as black. Oh, sorry. Let me. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. All right. So you see now. Now we'll be able to see it like on the whole square. Um, it has like some lines on there too. Okay. Yeah. So we can make that with a border, with a bottom border. So let me put it at the front to see how it looks. Put it right at the top for now. Oh, sorry. Nice, a little more. I don't think so. Okay, so I can see all four of them right there. That's fine. Perfect. All right, and then we're gonna use Flexbox here as well. So what I was thinking of doing before was um, just making them both the same, but since they have different information, and it'll be easier just to do each one by one. So I do the how it works first, and then we'll pretty much add just make a copy of it, and then put the different information on the second one, and that's it. So for now, let's see. So Flexbox, sorry, not Flex display. Flex is better because it's gotta go down. So flex direction is gonna be a column. I mean, it's already displaying like that, and yeah, it has a border bottom, and that's gonna be like gray and 1 pixel, and it's gonna be a solid style. Let's see, it's looking different. All right, then I put this in the wrong place. Okay, so since everything is inside of the UL tag, then I'm just gonna use the UL tag as a div since I already have it there. So you can get rid of that div and just give it the ID that you had to the UL. All right. Okay, so the second one is for the hovering. So the first p tag is here. Okay, so we'll give it an ID. Of first link, I guess, or just how it works. Okay, then we're gonna say how it works, colon, hover, and then we're gonna choose what happens to the list. So it's a drop down in this case. So we're gonna nest it. So it's gonna be inside of this. Or let me see. There's a better way to do it. In CSS, you can use this, the squiggly line, and then you pick the name of what you want to reference. So in this case, the drop down. Okay, so let's make it now visible. Let's see if that works. Opacity. It's gonna be 1 if we hover. Okay. All right. Do you see that? Give me 1 second to fix. There might be something wrong in the HTML. I'm only getting one of the links is showing up as with a white background. So I think I might have to do something with the size, of that actual drop down. So let's see here. Height with 300 pixels, and the width, say 300 as well, just to test it out. There we go. That's what it was. So it's
Hey, what
obviously.
did you do before? Wait on.
Yeah, I'll explain it again.
Oh, I see. I think I kind of got it.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Yeah, I was just try to fix it. Yeah, try to make it look the way that is on the website. But yeah, I'm gonna explain it right now. That works for now. Okay, this size is good. All right. So the first thing, so we have our drop down, right? So I made it non-visible first. So when the page, when you're not hovering or anything, it's invisible. So I just said, okay, so when somebody hovers, I gave also the ID of, I gave an ID to this p tag here, how it works, and then you use a squiggly line to reference another. It's like a nested command, if you will. So this is the one that I want to change, which is the drop down the same. So I just said make it visible. Make the opacity, give the opacity a value of 1 when it's hovered. So yeah, so right now it's hidden, and then when I hover it, then I'm able to see it, just like that. But remember, if you just say div, and then you don't give it a height or width, then it's not gonna show up. Um, because there's no height or width, so it doesn't know what to show. But now I told it, okay, make a square box of 150 pixels on every side and make it white. So now it's like, okay, there you go. Here's your box. All right. And then we can remove the underline by saying, let's see, the drop down. Text decoration is gonna be none. Still there, so we have to go to the to this one. Let me see. Still there. So we're gonna say we're gonna go straight to that UL, which is HIW, and then we're gonna say all the LIs inside of there. They're gonna have a text decoration of none. See if that works. Still working. Still there. All right. So maybe we can just put it directly on the main first line. And then let me try this. All right, so now we have to make it. We want it to stay there so that we can go and click on things. So I think it might be better if we if we make this one also have a cursor. So let me fix the position of that. No, not this one. Okay, so we're just gonna give that. We'll make effect delay for that. So let me see.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when it comes to board button, like I think somewhere I need to put it in index HTML, but I don't know where to put it.
Say that again.
So I see that you put like a border button for like CSS. Like where do I put that for like index HTML?
Which one you're talking about? Like in here?
Yeah, no, yeah, like something about border button for like drop down how it works for CSS. You put like border button, the color, the 1px and solid.
Oh, the border bottom. This one?
Bottom.
This here? Line
Yeah.
98?
Do you have to put it somewhere or no?
You don't need it. I just want it to look like this.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see how they have like
To be honest, I never noticed that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because let's be honest, nobody like memorizes the CSS.
Well, I do.
Well, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted it to look like that, but we don't need it. We can skip it for now, you know, and we can do it at the end if it's better. But yeah, I just wanted to like knock it out and you know, and just get that done. Just make it look like that. Yeah, but there's lots of different ways. Like you see, this one has a little peak right there. That's pretty hard to do just with like CSS alone. So that's how I know right away. This is Bootstrap, you know. So all they gotta do is like type it out and then boom, and then they get it here. But you know, we're like trying to do it the brute force way. Because you know, once you know all of that, then you know you can apply all the other stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to get that done for now. You don't need the bottom border if you don't want it. I just put it there just so that it looks exactly like the website. But yeah, if you notice even here, like, can you see that? Like there's a little black line here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Yeah, that'll disappear. But yeah, it's right there. Oh, see, now we have that hamburger button from before. Yeah, I like to do that one. That one is fun. But yeah, there's like a lot of little things you want to watch out for. Because sometimes like they can make a difference. Like for example, that could tell me that this is a whole different site in here, and I know because there's no hover on it, and then when I click on it, there's like a little iframe in here, so they might be like transporting this from somewhere else, like the actual support and contact website, and then they just made like an iframe, and then it shows up here. So you can do the same thing with forms. When you create forms, you can just bring it over with the iframe tag. So what that means is just like a portal. So whatever size you give it, and then it's gonna mirror like that other website that you have. So yeah, we can do that even with this. And I can have this here, and then say, give it an idea of whatever frame. And then I can come in here.
Wait, so you're basically putting borders around the picture or something, or no?
I'll show you in a minute.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so you see that here? Look, I have the whole website right here in this box. Like that certain parts are like this. Like you can make a.
So you basically took that from a different website and then put it to yours.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's what's
that's
happening here. Like look at this.
I never even knew they can do that.
Yeah, like look that then that's what I told you. Like you gotta like have a sharp eye. Like that little line there. I don't know if you're able to see it. That tells me like this is a different part, and then this is being transported from somewhere.
I see.
So then I can do the same thing too. I can grab that and put it on mine, and then then I can have that same thing. Look. Yeah, but nowadays that's how they do everything. Like um, all of that stuff. It's the same idea as this. It's just like maybe it's just an icon, or maybe it's just like some words or something being grabbed, being like queried from somewhere, and then yeah, and now you have a whole website. Like they don't like very few people know how to do it like step by step. Like you said before, it takes a lot to like memorize everything. So let's continue here. So we have that. And let's see. Okay, so we were gonna make. Oh yeah, I was gonna introduce the effect delay, transition delay. All right, so this is how you do it. So when you put like a certain amount of time in here, in this case, we're turning the opacity up like all the way to making it visible. So when we do the transition delay, that might take like some time for it to show up, or we can do it the other way around. Like it would take some time to disappear, and then we'll be able to uh, how do you call it to be able to access it. Or there's another little trick where we can make the area around the P tag a little bigger, so that way the mouse still there and it doesn't disappear. So that we are able to click on it. So in this case, let's see. So I gave the P tag. Is that it? Let me see. P tag. Yeah, I still yeah how it works. Okay, so we can say when the P tag is hovered, also change the height and the width. So height already has a width, so we don't need to do it. So, but the height is gonna get a little taller. So let's say 450 pixels. All right. Now let's go try that out. All right. I didn't change yet. Oh, sorry, I put it in the wrong one. Oh, got it. So I gotta make a new one of these. Or let me see if I can do it right there. Just also HIW. I'm not sure if I'll grab both. Just an experiment. All right, let's try that. All right. Okay, so in here, instead of drop down, we're gonna say HIW, get rid of the opacity, and let me change the position of this, the drop down. So the position for the drop down is gonna be absolute. So let's say the screen is in an awkward position, but when you hover on it, it's gonna show up on top of everything else so that you can look at it better. And let's change the position a little bit. So maybe around 50% to the left. That's a little too far. Let's try 30. Still, I want to write under it. Okay. and a little bit down. So the top is gonna be 10%, or let's try 5 first. Okay. All right. So the size is not working for the hover works. Hover. Let me get rid of this then. All right. Okay. So it's working. It's not working the way I wanted to. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Okay. And then I'm gonna have it just show up right under it. Does somebody have a question? Or they're just unmuted? All right. So to make it, we're gonna make also the lines inside able to be like to be chosen and just like clickable. Let me see. But we need to make the whole div first clickable. So let me see. All right, so we're gonna make it itself hoverable. So we already have this one, so I need to make this one as well. All right, we can get rid of all that here and say hover. And index. Let me get that out of there and put the index in here. And let's try that transition delay here. Say 2 seconds. There we go. So see. So now we're able to access it for 2 seconds. Click on it. And then it just disappeared. We can do the same thing. You know, as of course, as we choose, as we like hover on something, it would also do the same thing. So we'll add that later. So let's just get the whole list to show up now. Let me see. There might be something going on here. So what we can do here, so that it's not empty, we can like link it to the real website, wherever it takes you when we hover in here. So we can just grab like the links, just so that is not empty in there. All right, we'll do also that a little bit later. Okay, so where were we? All right, now they're all showing up. And let's try once again to get rid of that underscore so that it looks like a normal. Oh yeah, let's give also that border, bottom border that we were talking about before. It's not showing up here. Let's get rid of this background color. All right. Then let's copy the same thing to make one for the second part, which is about. Already, never mind. All right, we can copy the same stuff here. Let me add a comment here. Okay, and then we just change the ID here. Pretty easy. And we give this one the ID also, SAC, just like we have it on the top. Okay, save that, like that, and then change it here. So, all right, change all four for the AC. And save that. Oh, sorry, capital letter here. All right. Okay, so now we have both looking the same. And then, yeah, like I said before, we can do an iframe for this part, since it's like a different set of stuff, and it's already made on their website. All right, so what's next? All right. Okay, so we have our foundation for this part. Let's add the second line now, and then later on I'm going to do a little bit of research so that we can replicate it the same like it's on the website in here, just with like the little details of CSS. And okay, so we go to our header, first line. Okay, find the second line here. Oh, so I closed it. All right, so on the second one we have the logo. We can grab that. Let me see. We can probably grab that from them. All right, so it seems like this is their logo here. All right, so we have their logo. So whenever you see the SVG tag, that's for like pictures and icons, usually for icons or things that are like turn into a vector. Like you cannot see the background, just like the cutout or whatever it is. Let's see. All right, so we made that into icon. Put here. All right, so we're gonna give that icon correct size. Let's see. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger. 200. All right, that looks good. And then we add the same stuff like before. Okay, search cars, sell cars. And there's 4 things, right? Okay. And then I'm gonna try it a little bit different here. Let me see. Just gonna use, instead of the list, I'm just gonna use separate paragraph elements and then put them inside of a different div. So yes. All right, so they're right here. So let's have them show sideways. Okay, we're gonna use Flexbox, just like that. And they are side by side. So we're also gonna give the same, Flexbox styling to the header second line div, since we want these two also to be side by side. right. And we can also give it a little bit of space by saying justify content, space between. Maybe that's too much. Say space around. No. Let's just give it a margin instead. It's not a big difference between those. So the icon, we give it a right margin of, say, margin right of, let's say 200 pixels. All right, that sounds good. All right, so then we can space this out. Sorry, space. All right, and we can give this a width. We have to give it a width so that it knows how far it's gonna spread everything. So this one is this box right here. So right now we have 2. So let me put that there too so that we don't get lost. Make it blue. BX solid. Yeah, not there. Yeah, there. Sorry, there and there. So that's what we're working with right now. So yeah, we want to make maybe this a little bigger so that they all have some space in between. So before they were all together, and then or we can just leave it like that. We can make it just make the text a little bigger, and delete that line on the bottom. See text decoration. None. That's not working. Maybe I gotta grab the anchor tag probably. Let's see. I'm gonna say A. So that's gonna grab all the anchor tags. Let's try that. There you go. So yeah, that's what it was. So by grabbing the actual anchor tag, then we can get rid of that text decoration on the bottom. We can do the same thing for the ones up here, but instead we can just maybe grab it on the whole body. Not on the body, on the first line. First line. There we go. Header first line. And then we say only the anchor tags. And get rid of all the other commands. All right. Yeah, that worked. So no underscore on any of them. Okay. And now we change the font a little bit. Font size, maybe 15 pixels. That work. And font weight. Bold. All right. And I think they're black. There we go. So to work with the text of the anchors, seems like I didn't notice that before, but if you want to change just anything about the link, then you have to reference the anchor tag, I guess. I didn't notice before that didn't work like that. So yeah, so just reference the anchor tags inside of everywhere, and then you will be able to change anything about it if you just try to treat it as regular text, then it doesn't seem to work. And you can also change uh, the source of the like wherever it takes you when you click on it. We can do that also with JavaScript later, or just with a regular text. Just do it like directly there. Let's get rid of the borders for now, since we don't need them anymore. Okay. All right. So it's looking a little bit. It's coming together a little bit more, and then let's add that third line for now, uh, just to have a better view of it. Line, okay, header line third line. Third. Okay, and let's see how that one looks. Okay, so it's about say 300 pixels of height. Okay, maybe just like that. That's good. Maybe a little more, like 250. Okay. All right. That's also the same thing for the second line. And then we can add a little bit of padding so that they all look, all the space looks good. All right. And same thing. Okay. Same thing for this one. All right, great. All right, so it's coming together nicely. All right, next thing we need is, let's see. All right, so we need that search bar. And then we have 4 tiles. Let me see. Okay, we have a few tiles in here. All right, so let's get that going. Now for the search bar, we're gonna use an input tag. All right, so we're gonna put that right in the third line. Okay, so it says used search cards. All right, so it says used cards first, a p tag. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right, so where were we? Okay, so it says used cars, and then there's a big search bar in there. So we can use input tag for that. And the input type is gonna be text. And we can give it an ID of a search bar. Okay, search, yeah. All right, and then search bar size. I guess maybe looks like it's around. Let's see if it grows. Oh, it grows big. Okay, so we can say that it's max width. It's 80%. So that's gonna just say okay. Um, the actual div is this much big is I don't know 1,000 pixels or whatever it is that it gets the actual size, and then it says to make the bar 80% of that. All right, right now it's here small. Let's change the size width, max width. Okay. What's under that? So it was supposed to be here. Give me 1 second. Second line is here. All right. I'm gonna give it a border right now just to see what it looks like. So I'm seeing the third line here, but I don't know what's in here. Like maybe just empty space, or so it's a good idea always to use the borderline just to see what it looks like. Okay, so what's here then? Let's see. Oh, okay, maybe we didn't put the search bar inside of that third line. That's why. So we need to get that out and then come in between the div tags of the header third line, and then we save that, and now it's where we want it. Okay. The height of the bar looks like 100 pixels. That's too big. Maybe 60. All right, that looks about right. Yeah, like 60 pixels. All right. Let's see. Here we can put all we need. All right, what else? And then there's a few buttons under it. Okay. All right, so for the buttons, we can do the same thing we did. There's like actual buttons, like there's a button tag. I that one doesn't look like a button, so I'm just gonna use a regular div again, and then I can style it to look like the one on the website. Because here, when you the actual button is just this little arrow here. This this can also be clicked too. But yeah, the HTML button it looks like it doesn't look like this, so I'm not gonna use it for that. So we can add here on the bottom another div code uh, they're line buttons. Okay, and then I don't forget to go inside of it like before. Oh, let me also put that here. Okay, great. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna make, yeah, let's just start making one first. So we can use the P tag, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's fine. And then payment and price. And then the arrow is there. So we can go online and grab we can grab a little icon that looks like a little arrow like this. So what happens in here is all they did was when you click the arrow, then you do a transition effect. So you can rotate it. So they rotated it 180 degrees. So that's so it changes up or down. So let's see.
Hector?
Yeah.
I don't know if you lost the time is 1:55. I don't know if you want to wrap up because I know some students have questions.
Sorry, say that again. It's cutting off a little bit. But yeah, we're almost at the end.
Okay. I know some students have class at 2.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. All right. So yeah, let me just show you this little part. So we're gonna just grab an icon, just like I did before when I grabbed the logo. So I always put just free icons, and there's a website called Icons 8. I don't know if they're free anymore, but let's see. Arrow.
You always suggest copyright free icons.
Yeah, they yeah, because some of them are gonna charge you. I mean, there's like Adobe. We get a free plan from Adobe. Like if you have a student ID, like a student email, and then they let you take pictures for free, like all the Adobe pictures. But I haven't seen icons from them. Yeah, we can use. There's not exactly a blue one. Um, then this one will work for what we need. Oh, this one is already animated too. So some of them already but we don't need that. We need it to change when we click on it. So let's just pick this one. And then in here sometimes, yeah, sometimes there's like different ones in here, see? So we want to try to get a filled one. But let's just use this one for now. So you're going to click here, embed HTML, or just grab the image address if it lets you. But in this case, yeah. Oh yeah, see, it's asking me for email, blah, blah. Wants me to register. Yeah, let's see if this one works. All right, this is the one we need. Okay, so this one lets me copy the address, so that's good here. See, just copy the address, and then we can put it in there. So let's see if this P tag would change. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. All right, let's put a little image tag in there instead of the P tag. There we go. All right, let's see what happened. Sorry, save it here. Oh, see here, it's huge. It's here behind this too. So yeah, so all we gotta do is let's see, go into the third line button. take all that out, and we're gonna say the images, because we're gonna have many in there, so it's a few boxes.
So basically, what you did is like you just turn the button into an image, so it can be clickable, and then when you click on it, it'll drop down something.
I'm turning the image into a button, the P
Uh-huh.
tag, so it's the other way around. Yeah, I do it like that because it's easier.
Yeah, I see. I heard that before too.
You heard that before?
No. I heard the concept of like turning
Oh,
an
yeah,
image into a
I'm
button.
kidding. I'm kidding. All right.
Is there a way to like put it a fixed value, or like
What do you
maybe
mean? Like
maybe
that?
move it downwards, or maybe that requires like a lot of like
Oh, for
alignment
sure.
experimentation?
No, not really. You can just say, where's the button? So yeah, you can just you can come in here, give it a little margin or something. See, like margin top, say like 10 pixels. Then it doesn't show a lot in there, but sorry. Oh, it's going down the whole thing. So what you can do is just say, uh, let's see, take this whole thing, copy that. There we go. And then display flex. And then justify the content on baseline. So we have here baseline. And okay, one under, what's the other one? Align content. Align item, sorry. All right, not that. Justify items. What was the one for the row? Justify. Oh, that's why. Sorry. Sorry. All right, I gotta play around with it. I gotta put it like right in the middle. But yeah, it's just simple. They'll be like on the same side.
Yeah, I got it.
When we click on it, yeah, all you gotta do is let me see. All right, so we have to put a little box behind it. I'll show you that because it's the same concept for the menu for the hamburger bun, and then when we click on it, then we just give it a transition effect. So we just say rotate, and then 180 degrees, right, close to that, and then when you click on it, that's gonna turn up like just on the website, and then but yeah, we reached the end of today, so I'll show you guys how to do it next time. I put all the YouTube videos already, but only one of them is showing. Um, I guess it takes some time to process because the videos are long, almost 2 hours. So yeah, when I put them all, they said uploaded, but the other two say